Good day everyone. Today we are going to see assertion reason based MCQs. Let me explain what it is. They will give you two statements. One is assertion statement, another one is reason statement. And four options will be given to you. You have to check whether the two statements, assertion and reason, are true or false. Then you have to pick which is the appropriate option out of the four. Now, the four options are A, both A and R are true, and R is the correct explanation for A. Capital A is assertion statement, capital R is reason statement. Option B, both A and R are true, and R is not the correct explanation for A. Option C, A is true but R is false. Option D, A is false but R is true. Today, I am going to take few sums from relation, function and inverse trigonometric functions. Okay. So now the first one. Let f such that R to R, f of x is equal to x squared is an onto function. Reason. F function g such that a to b is said to be an onto function if g of a is equal to b, that is range of g is equal to b. Before going into the sum, let me explain certain things to you. Okay. What is an onto function? Actually, I can define it in two ways. One is very simply I can say if the codomain is equal to the range, that is there is no extra element left out in the codomain, then you can say it is an onto function. That is for every element in the codomain, there will be a pre-image in your domain, right? This is one explanation which I can give. Then when I do the sums, how will I find whether a given function is onto or not? They will be giving you f of x is equal to something. F of x means it is y is equal to in terms of x. Now you convert x in terms of y and you check for each y belonging to the codomain whether you have a pre-image in your domain. Okay, then you can say it is an onto function. Remember these two. Now let us see the assertion statement. F of x is equal to x squared, it is given, right? The set is also very important. Here it is both the domain as well as the codomain is R, that is real numbers. Now f of x means I know it is y is equal to x squared. So my x will be plus or minus root y. This is the relation, that is I am expressing my x in terms of y now. Now you should know for any negative value of y, whether it is an integer or whether it is a fraction, for any negative value of y, you have a root there, so the x will be only a complex number which will not be a real number. So you will not get a pre-image in your domain for negative values of y. So definitely f of x is not an onto function. Okay. So this is wrong. This is false. Now let us move on to the reasoning. A function g, it is a to b, that is from the domain a, it goes to codomain b, is said to be an onto function if g of a is equal to b, that is the range of g is b. So here the codomain and the range are same. So that is also one definition I told you. So this is correct. So the assertion is false here, the reason is correct. So which is my subdivision I have to mark now? Subdivision D, that is the option D, right? So the option D is the choice I have to choose. Is it clear to you? So you must know all the concepts thoroughly, then only you will be able to answer. The second sum. Assertion. Let R be a relation on the set of integers Z given by R is equal to a comma b such that 2 divides a minus b is an equivalence relation. The reason. A relation R is equivalent if it is reflexive, symmetric and transitive. Now here I think I can check R first because that's very simple. That's actually the definition of equivalence relation. A relation is equivalent if it is reflexive, symmetric and transitive. So I can immediately tick it because my R is now correct. It is a true thing for me. So let me take the assertion now. It is given 2 divides a minus b. So now I have to prove that it is reflexive, it is symmetric and it is transitive. Then only I can say it is an equivalence relation, right? So, what is reflexivity? If any element is related to itself, you call it reflexive. So, here instead of that A and B, you consider A minus A. You know A minus A is 0, which is divisible by 2. So, it is reflexive. That is over for us. Now, let us come to symmetric. What is symmetric? If A is related to B, that implies B related to A, you can call it symmetric. So, now, you know A minus B divisible by 2, right? Divisible by 2. So, I can actually write A minus B is equal to some 2m. Okay? The m can be positive or negative or whatever it is. Now, if A minus B is divisible by 2, now I can take a negation out. I will take minus of B minus A, right? This I can write like this. That is equal to 2m. So, I will get B minus A, that is equal to 2 into minus m. So, again it is a multiple of 2. So, if A minus B is divisible by 2, B minus A is also divisible by 2. So, it is symmetric. So, now we have to prove the transitivity. What is transitivity? If A is related to B and B is related to C, that implies A related to C, we can call it as transitive. So, now your A minus B is divisible by 2. So, I can write it as A minus B is equal to some 2m, right? Then B minus C is divisible by 2. I can write B minus C is equal to some 2n because that is also divisible by 2. Now, let us add both. What will we get? A minus B plus B minus C, that is equal to 2m plus 2n. You cut this plus bn minus b. So, now you will get A minus C is equal to 2 into m plus n. So, A minus C is divisible by 2. So, it is transitive. Since it is reflexive, symmetric and transitive, we can say it is an equivalence relation. So, here this is true and this is the correct explanation for it. So, it is option A. Both A and OR are true and OR is the correct explanation for A. So, the answer is here option A. Okay. So, do you understand this one, this sum? Let us move on to the next one. Assertion. Let f such that R to R is given by f of x is equal to mod x by x, that is equal to 1 if x greater than 0, 0 if x is equal to 0, minus 1 if x lesser than 0. The reason is a function g such that a to b is a bijection if it is 1, 1 and on 2. Wherever there is something like a definition comes, you can first check that is easier for you. So, now coming to the reason part, any function is a bijection if it is 1, 1 and on 2, that is the definition. So, we can tick it and the reason is correct. Now, let us see the assertion. It is given f of x is equal to mod x by x and they have given three things. No, 1 if x is greater than 0, 0 if x is equal to 0 and minus 1 if x less than 0. Do you know what this function is? This is called a signum function. Okay, but whether you know that name or not, we can proceed. Here, you can check now. When x is greater than 0, the value is going to be only 1. That is, the f of x will be equal to 1. That means, for x greater than 0 means you can consider any values, isn't it? X is equal to 2, x is equal to 5, x is equal to 10. For all these x values, the f of x is going to be 1. That means it is a many 1 function and it is not a 1, 1 function. Similarly, here also, x is lesser than 0 means any value of x which is less than 0, you are going to get f of x value as minus 1. So, definitely it is a many 1 function. So, it is not 1, 1. When it is not 1, 1, it is not going to be a bijection. That's all. That means our assertion that it is a bijection is false. So, the A is false and your OR is true. So, it is option D. So, for this sum, option D is the correct choice for you. Do you understand this one? Fourth sum. Assertion. The number of all onto functions from the set 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to itself is 120. Here the function is from a set to itself. Then reasoning. The number of onto functions from a set of n elements to itself is n factorial. So, if your set contains n elements and the function is mapping it to itself, then it is n factorial, the number of onto functions. That's a formula. So, that is correct. So, the reason is here correct. You can check it. Now, coming to the assertion, you are having a set which contains 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That means the number of elements there is 5 there. So, the number of onto functions as by this is n factorial. So, that will be 5 factorial. What is 5 factorial? 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1, which is 120. So, the assertion is correct. So, the assertion is correct and the reason is correct. The reason is the correct explanation for that. So, now both A and R are true and R is the correct explanation for A. So, here the option A is the correct answer. Okay. So, if you know the concepts well, no, you can very easily finish these questions. You can understand and you can do it quickly. Fifth one. Principal value of cos inverse of minus cos is equal to 2 pi by 3. Reason, sin inverse of minus x is equal to minus sin inverse x. Now let us check the assertion. You are having cos inverse of minus cos. When you have a negation, you have to use the formula. Cos inverse of minus x is equal to pi minus cos inverse x. So you can write this as pi minus cos inverse cos. Let this be your first step. Now you know cos inverse cos, that's very simple. Because it is positive, you know it is pi by 3. So you will get pi minus pi by 3, which is equal to 2 pi by 3. So the assertion is true for you. Okay, cos inverse of minus cos is 2 pi by 3. Now actually we are using the concept here. Cos inverse of minus x is pi minus cos inverse x. But what is given in the reason? Sin inverse of minus x is equal to minus sin inverse x. That is true only. That is a correct formula. But that is not the explanation. That's not the correct explanation for the assertion. Do you understand? Even though it is true, this is not the explanation for it. So, we have to tick now option B. Both A and R are true. And R is not the correct explanation for A. So, here you have to tick the option B. So, that is your option. Is it clear to you? So, now we have seen 5 sums in assertion, reason, MCQs. Okay. So, in this, what you should be very clear about is, first read all the formulae, all the concepts about the chapters. And then if you read the assertion and reason statements clearly and analyze each one, whether it is true or false, you will be able to answer them. Thanks for watching the video. Subscribe to the channel if you have not already done and click the bell icon so that you will get notifications of further videos. Thank you again.